Okay, and welcome back. So I'm going to talk to you about the quadratic formula, and really you'd want to use it when, the quadratic equation you have doesn't really factor out easily, or if you got large coefficients, or even decimal point coefficients, or fractional coefficients. So first of all, the quadratic formula is this, and it can be proven by completing the square. We're going to start off with a simple problem, just so that way you get the hang of it. So first of all, let's mark down our A, B, and C. Just so I can illustrate what the typical quadratic equation looks like. In standard form, it looks like this. So this is the basic form, and like I said, with completing the square, this is basically what you're going to end up getting by manipulating these variables here cleverly. So make a little list, okay? And so the A part would have a 1, coefficient of 1. And what you're doing with the quadratic formula is basically taking the coefficients and plugging them into here. Okay, so you have B here is going to be 5, and C is going to be 4. Okay, and let's put a little line here to separate what we're going to do. And we start plugging things in. So it kind of helps to write the formula first, then make a little list of your coefficients, and go ahead and plug things in. So x equal negative b, so that's going to be negative 5 plus or minus the square root of 5 squared minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is 4. Okay, so if you didn't quite see that, what I just did was this. I took my negative b, and this b here was the 5, so I plugged in the 5, then plus or minus the square root of, now b squared here, the b here is 5, so 5 squared minus 4, okay, because that's in the quadratic formula, 4 times a, which is 1, and c, which is 4, which I put into here. Now, doing the same thing, I'm going to put it all over 2 times a, and in this case, a is equal to 1. Let's do this. We have x is equal to negative 5 plus or minus the square root of, we have 25 minus 16, and this is all over 2. Now let's keep on simplifying here. So x is equal to negative 5 plus or minus the square root of, well, this is equal to 9, all over 2, and then x is equal to negative 5 plus or minus 3, all over 2, and from here you can kind of branch out. In this case here, you're going to get two answers. Okay, you're going to get x is equal to negative 5 plus 3 over 2, or negative 5 minus 3 over 2. And this one here is equal to negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2, and negative 2 over 2 is negative 1. And negative 5 plus negative 3, and this is going to be negative 8 over 2, which is equal to negative 4. Okay, so the way to check our answer is this. You can plug these into the original equation up here, okay, and you should get a 0. Or another way is you can say, well, if x is equal to 1, or negative 1 rather, and if x is equal to negative 4, then just move everything over to the other side. So in this case here, if I add 1 on both sides, I get x plus 1 is equal to 0. So that means my binomial is x plus 1. And this one here would be, if I add 4 to both sides, I get x plus 4 is equal to 0. And this is my binomial x plus 4. So then I go ahead and multiply the 2. And if I do FOIL, okay, then I get x squared plus 4x plus x plus 4, and then I get, by adding these two together, I get a 5x, so then it's x squared plus 5x plus 4. And this looks exactly like this answer up here, x squared plus 5x plus 4. Now, you don't have to check it the way I did here. This is just for some people that find it interesting to see how you get back the binomials. This is just one way to do it. Okay, let's do one more example. Make a little list. A, B, C, equal, equal, equal. A is 15, B is negative 4, C is negative 4 as well. Okay, so now make our little line here, and we're going to get x is equal to, let me see, negative b, so that's negative 4. Okay, you see how that works? Plus or minus the square root of b squared, so b is, again, negative 4 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 15, times c, which is negative 4. Okay, so if you need a calculator, go ahead and get one while I do this here. So 2 times a, and a is 15. Okay, and let's just keep on simplifying. So you get x equal a positive 4. Okay, negative times negative is positive. Plus or minus, in this case here, we're going to get 16. Positive 16. And this is going to be minus times a minus is plus. So this is going to be a plus 240, and this is all over 2 times 15, which is 30. Okay, so now we can simplify some more. You get x equal 4 plus or minus, and you add these two together, you get 256, and this is all over 30. Okay, now here's a good time to show you guys a cool little trick. Half of you guys may not know what the square root of 256 is, okay? I'm not going to tell you what it is. And do not go to your calculator, for God's sake, okay? Don't do it. Just don't. What if you didn't have it? This is how you would do it. 256, okay? We're going to manipulate that. Let's do this in blue to show that this is a side step. How would you find the square root of 256? Okay, well, we can do baby steps. We can divide by 2, okay? 2 times what? 128, okay? Again, do not use your calculator for this. So how do you make 128? Okay, that one's easy. You probably would say 64 times 2, right? Good. Now how do you make 64? 8 times 8. Okay, now check this out. 2 times this 8, and 2 times that 8. That's 16 times 16. Look for common pairs, and write x is equal to 4 plus or minus 16 all over 30. Okay, so let's write this over here and kind of branch off. So it's 4 plus or minus 16 all over 30. So you're going to get one answer here, one answer here. So 4 plus 16 over 30 and 4 minus 16 over 30. Okay, so 4 plus 16 is going to be 20 over 30. Cancel that, and you get 2/3. Here you're going to get 4 minus 16, which is a negative 12 over 30. Okay, you can divide by 6. So negative 2/5. Now, you can plug these in to your quadratic equation, and they'll both make the equation go to 0. And just so you know, these solutions you get, the proper way to write it is this. X is equal to 2/3 or, okay, this means or, negative 2/5. Okay, and again, another way to check it, x is equal to 2/3 and x is equal to negative 2/5, and so multiply by 3 and you get 3x. If you guys don't understand what I'm doing the reverse of the zero product rule. Okay, so now I subtract 2 and I get 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. So my binomial here is going to be 3x minus 2. And for this one here, to multiply by 5, I get 5x is equal to negative 2. And add 2 to both sides and I get 5x plus 2 is equal to 0. So that means my binomial here is going to be 5x plus 2. And now we can go ahead and use FOIL. Okay, and you're going to get 15x squared. That's the first. Outer is going to be plus 6x. Inner is going to be minus 10x. And last is going to be negative 4. So then combine this and that, and you get 15x squared minus 4x minus 4. And that checks out beautifully with this. Anyway, I hope this helped, and good luck with your homework and tests in the future, and thank you for watching.